Hello, this is Eric Boroff, the Executive Director of the Cornelius Youth Orchestras, and today I am sitting with Miss Stephanie Wilson, our brand new percussion instructor that we just welcomed to our artistic faculty, and we could not be more excited to have you on board and on the team. We're looking forward to it. I would love for you to share a little bit about your background and maybe your story with music. There's going to be maybe some parents listening to this and wondering who you are, what drew you to music, and why you share it with others.
Yeah. So I grew up in a musical family, and my dad was a musician, and I thought he was the coolest person and wanted to be just like him. So I grew up with two sisters, and we all started on violin, and I hated it. And so, don't tell anybody. And so I switched over to piano at around 5 years old and loved it. Started band classes in 5th grade. That was the only option we had. Did band throughout middle school and high school. Did honors band and honors orchestras, and really just fell in love with it. Really loved the orchestral stuff. Went to school for music. Got into school for music.
Awesome.
Graduated, started teaching music, and here we are.
Wow. That's
years later.
Yes, that's awesome. So, and now, do you perform in the community at all?
I do, yeah. I'm a very active performer. I perform with the Fayetteville Symphony. I'm timpanist with the Fayetteville Symphony. I'm section percussion with Western Piedmont. I play with Salisbury. I play timpani and percussion with the Charlotte Symphony. I play with a lot of other smaller ensembles in the area. I'm kind of all over the place.
I love it. All over the place and everywhere.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome. Well, good stuff. So what students that are going to be learning from you are going to be learning from an active performer who is at the top of their game. And that's one of the great things about the musicians that we have on our team we're so happy about, is that students get to learn from people who are doing the thing and not just simply just teaching it. And so happy to have people who can do both. And this percussion program is going to be fantastic. So speaking of
Yes.
talking about things that are fantastic, what is your vision for the percussion programming? Because this is all new for us. We have brass programming, we have woodwinds programming, strings, the whole thing, but no percussion. And so what do you envision for these programs moving forward in the future?
Yeah. I'm envisioning kids coming in and learning how to read music, learning how to play rhythms, do some percussion ensemble stuff, have a lot of options. We'll do some really fun stuff, some really fun traditional stuff. May even bring in like some bucket band. Ooh, don't tell anybody that.
Cowbells?
Cowbells always, all the cowbells.
I love it.
Yeah, and we'll do a lot of percussion ensemble stuff. We might do like some arrangements of some pop tunes. Really open to kind of just seeing where the kids are, what really kind of gets them going and gets them excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's wonderful. So responsive to what the kids' creative interests are.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
We're definitely open to having like transcriptions. If kids find a pop tune and they're like, hey, I want to play this tune, like, yeah, let's find an arrangement. Let's do it.
Awesome. And then maybe even collaboratively working with some other ensembles within the organization. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So now where that begins, though, is we're going to start with a beginning class, the percussion challenge.
Yeah.
So what can students expect in a beginning class with Miss Stephanie Wilson?
Oh, man, a beginning class is going to be so fun. We are going to be literally just learning how to play the instruments, learning how to bang on instruments, and read music all at the same time. It's going to be a lot of fundamentals for counting and reading music, but it's also going to be a lot of fun because you're exploring not only do I just like literally hit this instrument, you use everything that's around you. It's a physical instrument, and so you're going to learn how to pay attention to the whole physical world around you. And
So it's a lot more nuanced than just banging on things.
it's a lot more nuanced than just banging on things. It is banging on things, but nicely. We'll learn how to bang on things with some finesse.
Yes, I love it. That's awesome. So, as someone who's not a percussionist, for the majority of my upbringing musically, like that's how I viewed percussion. I was like, man, someday I want to play the bass drum just because it would be so fun to just hit it as hard as possible and just see what happens. But that's not just the only component that, the only thing that percussion brings to the table.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit more of how the role that percussion plays in an orchestra? Because really that's where we're pointing kids. This isn't necessarily a band percussion class, though kids will learn all the skills needed to participate in that. This is more of an orchestral percussion. What is the difference and why are you so passionate about it?
Well, I think there's just more music written for orchestral stuff, and it seems very broad to me. There's so many colors that an orchestra can bring out. Same thing with like if you did a wind ensemble band music, it's beautiful colors. So it is not just only banging on stuff, although I am playing the bass drum really loud this weekend, and it's really fun. It's also about creating atmospheres. It's about creating textures. So you are playing the 1, 2, 3, 4s. You are playing the rat-a-tat-tats and keeping everybody in time. But it's also about creating colors and textures and characteristics. Like this weekend, I'm playing bass drum, and I am the thunder. And the thunder is really loud and dramatic, and it's also like really, really, really soft and just kind of like a comforter. Like I'm just like laying the comforter over the whole orchestra. It's a lot about textures. So it's not just banging. It's also like plinking around. We're making like the wind swoosh. We're making the rain fall in little tink, tink, tinks. We're making beautiful big sounds, wash of sounds. We're making tiny little atmospheric, the mouse running across the floor. It's a lot of things. It's textures, it's colors, it's characteristics, bigs and smalls and louds and softs. It's great.
That's awesome. So I like the word you use, the atmosphere. It's kind of the atmosphere. That's the atmosphere for the music to exist in its fullest capacity.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like a full orchestra with a full percussion section.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not quite the same without it.
It's true. There's a lot of depth there that we can provide.
Yes. Well, we are looking forward to having this percussion programming as a part of the CYO. It's been sorely needed for many years, and so we are so grateful to have you joining us. What can students expect from Miss Wilson in class, working with Miss Wilson? What is Miss Wilson's class going to look like?
Miss Wilson is intense, but in a fun way. I love coming into class, and I love sharing things and doing things. Everybody loves doing things. So my classroom is come in, let's get stuff done, let's have fun, let's just delve into this world of music and learn and explore. So many sounds to explore. So it'll be an immersion. Yes, creating space.
I love it. That's awesome. Well, so students can sign up for the percussion class on our website, and no experience required. In fact, that's kind of what we're gearing this programming to. We want to take in kids that have no experience and give them the opportunity to learn from one of the best. And that is what you are, Miss Stephanie Wilson. We are so happy to have you on the team. If you are interested in signing up, you can visit our website, www.corneliusyouthorchestras.com/auditions for more information. Thank you so much.